Ladies and gentlemen, we are done in the 17 under division. It was Sean who gave the first dent sa standing ng Celsius. And now we are moving on to the 14 under division. First game is going to be between Sailun and Fat Daddy. Both of them have a 1-1 record. So of course, medyo contrasting as Sailun won their first game. Their second game, they lost naman to Eagle. And for Fat Daddy naman, they lost their first game, and then their previous game, which is their second, they won against AF Aviators. So the following game is going to be Eagle Professional Tools versus AF Aviators. So stay tuned lang because we'll start the 14 under division in a few minutes. Akala ko umuwi ka ng Cebu eh. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the start of the 14 under division of the Stallion Teens Season 5. Once again, my name is Rowy Sacote. Two contrasting teams, but both with the same record in terms of their jerseys, blue versus red. And hindi lang yun, even their games din. No? First game, panalo dito ang Sailun compared to Fat Daddy naman, natalo yung first game nila. But in their second game, baliktad. Fat Daddy got their last game, which is their second game, with a win. But Sailun lost naman to Eagle Professional Tools, as this will be their third game in this tournament. And again, in our 14 under division, it will be a double round robin because we only have 4 teams sa ating 14 under division. As oh, look at that, as Ying Nan Hong, and one play for Dylan Yu. Dylan Yu last game got 14 points, as Alexander Chu gets his first personal foul. Bonus free throw for Dylan Yu. Dylan Yu got 0 for 2 last game in terms of free throw. Oh no, 2 for 2 last game rather in his free throw shooting. It's 100% from the free throw line as he knocks out the end one opportunity. So good start for Dylan. And here comes Zaire Lee. Zaire Lee got 20 last game as he will go to the line for a pair. And that's going to be a foul on Alexander Chu again. So in less than a minute here in this ball game, nakadalawa na agad si Alexander Chu. Zaire Lee last game went to the free throw line 6 times and he shot 3 out of 6, 50% from the free throw line. As he knocks down the first one. Once again, good morning Stallion fans and Jov Zakino. Ang ating number 1 viewer sa ating Stallion Teens, as misses that floater for Chauncey Lim. Again, for those who are watching, comment down below if sino pong sinusuportahan nyo. Are you supporting Sailun or Fat Daddy? I'm going to be reading those comments. As ball goes to Sailun Tire. 1-1 is the standings. Pero wala pa score dito. Itong Sailun Tire. Still a miss as Jaden saw with the offensive glass. And nowhere to go for Alexander Chu. Oh, and there's a foul on Jaden Saw. So that's going to be the third team foul already for Sailun Tire. You. As look at that! As Darren Hong with the shot, it's 7-0. And we're already 2 minutes in. It's Jaden too strong. Good defense by David Ke. Sabi ni Chasey. Hold on. Oh, look at that layup! Oh my goodness! Zaire Lee with the energy play of the quarter, brought to you by Celsius Live Fit, empowering you to live fit and be your best self. And look at that, Ying Nan Hong with the steal and with the shot. It's 11-0. Coach Aaron Numlas calls a timeout as they're still scoreless. And already 2 minutes and a half in this game. 11-0 is the score, folks. Stay tuned. More Stallion Teens action when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Stallion Teens 14 under division of the 5th season. Sabi ni Chasey3952, Zaire Lee with the breakaway layup. Sabi niya, shoutout Darren Song, Ying Nan Hong, and Joff Go. Sabi naman ni Job Sakino, let's go Miguel Lim, who is not playing right now kasi wala yung team niya sa 17 under division. I believe tomorrow may laro siya. As a 3-point shots, in and out. Rebound by Ying Nan Hong. Ayan, kaka-shoutout lang kay Ying Nan Hong, JC. May rebound ka agad. Good find inside, and that's gonna be, if that's on Alexander Chu, and that is gonna be on Alexander Chu. That's his third. As David Ke misses the first one. So we have 6 minutes and 55 remaining in the first quarter as David Ke knocks down the second one. And tatlong fouls na. Alexander Chu. As that's going to be a foul on Ying Nan Hong for a push. And that's the first team foul for Fat Daddy. Zaire Lee. You spins. Oh, good defense leading to a travel. Wala. And now 14-0 is the score, folks. 6 minutes and 3 seconds remaining. As here comes Zaire. Zaire Lee now with 6 points, leading his team in terms of scoring. And we're just 4 minutes in this ball game as Joff Go with the rebound. Look at the hustle play of Zaire Lee. Kaya nakuha dito ng Fat Daddy ang bola. Here comes you. Nice pass inside, almost, and then one got hit on the head there. So Joff Go will be getting his first. 2 free throws dito for Ying Nan Hong. Ying Nan Hong last game only scored 2 points. However, he garnered 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and got 5 steals. So he's not much of a scorer, but in terms of rebounds and defense, maasahan mo itong si Ying Nan Hong. And shoutouts, of course. So, clearly a blocking foul on Zaire Lee. That's gonna be a push. Oh no, that's his second. That's his second rather for Zaire Lee, so he needs to be much extra careful here. We're just in the first quarter and dalawa na ang fouls niya, and he's the team leader. One of the scores is Jaden Saw slicing the D but can't get the finish. There's a whistle. Is that going to be on Alexander Chu? And that is going to be on Alexander Chu. That's his fourth. One more foul for Alexander, and he's out. And this is the first mandatory substitution of this ball game, folks. Again, this mandatory substitution is the reason why all players will have 10 minutes of guaranteed playing time. And may mandatory substitution in the first quarter and second quarter. Clearly a travel. Clearly a travel on Garwin Ko. Good defense right there for Sailun Tire. But regardless, let's see if yung second unit ni Coach Aaron Omlas will make their first bucket in this ball game. As Jaden will be staying on the floor. Good pass, and that's the first bucket for Kyle Ong. Like what I mentioned, will it be the first? And yun nga, or what I asked rather. As look at that body control by Gavin C, but stolen away by Jaden Saw, stealing the ball and stealing the show. Quick 4 points for Sailun Tire. Gavin gives it here to Roque Poblador as Poblador gives it back. They need to cross it. They were able to cross it and beat the 8-second backcourt violation call. Gavin, nowhere to go. Gives it to Garwin. Baseline jumper, no! Masyadong malakas lang yung reverse layup ni JLM Cafe. Ong. Floor is up. Rejected by Fat Daddy. But Kyle Ong missing. But offensive rebound again for Sailun Tire. And look at that! Andre Sia knocking it down. As Coach JD Wu wants to talk it over. As they are still up by 10 though. Pero nagkakaroon na ng konting run itong Sailun Tire. And he already wants to break that momentum. 3 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the first, folks. We'll be back after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, that timeout break was brought to you by AutoGuard Premium Car Care Products. And let's take kung ano adjustments dito ni Coach JD Wu as mas intense na naging full court defense dito ng Sailun Tire. And ball goes the other way. Says our referee, Junkin Austerio. Of course, one of the referees in the Philippine Basketball Association. As Jaden Saw spins, and there's a whistle. And that's just the third team foul here for Fat Daddy. So Gavin C will be getting his first personal. As Ngo gives it here to Jaden. Jaden bully ball. And that's going to be a foul on JLM Cafe. That's going to be his first. So 2 free throws as Jaden Saw knocks down the first one. Last game, Jaden Saw scored 12 points, got 9 rebounds, dished out 3 assists, and got 3 steals. However, Jaden Saw was struggling last game, only making 1 attempt, 1 out of 11, 9.1% from the field last game. Si Jaden Saw struggled in that game. That's why they lost to Eagle Professional Tools by 8 points. As Ngo turnaround jumper, no, gets his own miss. And a friendly bounce for Liam Ngo. As who touched it last? So 2 minutes and 41 remaining in the first quarter as Bartolome will inbound. Almost a steal again by Jaden Saw. Again, a pesky defender. Etong si Jaden Saw. That's the reason why he got 3 steals. Oh, miscommunication there. Almost a turnover pero nakuha pa rin ni Cafe. JLM looking. Gives it to Bartolome. Garvin will shoot. Good defense by Liam Ngo, but good shot by Garwin Ko. Garwin Ko actually did not score that much compared to his usual. However, he scored 10 points. As look at that reverse layup for Migo Bartolome. Increasing the lead to 11, 20 to 9. And good defense on the other end for Garwin Ko. That kid also got 8 rebounds last game. As Migo almost loses it, gives it to Gavin. Gavin will be called. Oh, there's a foul plus the end one. So basket is good for Gavin C. Ladies and gentlemen, what a highlight play for Gavin. That's our energy play of the quarter, brought to you by Celsius Live Fit, empowering you to live fit and be your best self, as Liam Ngo gets his first personal foul, as they want some clarification because two contrasting calls sa referee. Sa half-court nating referee na nakaset up, he was actually trying to call a foul, but sa baseline, kung saan malapit yung action, doon tumawag ang referee. That's why Junkin Austera, our referee, in the middle of the court, gave the call to the baseline referee or the lead referee because he was near the action. So, mas nakita niya yung nangyari. And that's how referees actually rotate for folks, for those who don't know. Some basketball referee 101s. So a minute and 15 remaining as Gavin forces that shot. Can get it to go. Rebound by Jaden. Jaden lays it up against two defenders as Gavin is down on the floor and he's hurt. And we have an official's timeout, folks. We'll have a quick break. We'll be back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that pass inside. Easy bucket for Jalen Cafe. And Jaden dribbling it down. Kicks it to Liam Ngo. Liam muscling his way in. Turn around and over. Two Fat Daddy defenders. But no problem at all, says Liam Ngo, leading to our 10 Feet Vitamins offensive play of the quarter. Brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins, taller every day, as Jaden pass it. Good steal, good pass, and good shot for Philip Ko. Finally, cutting down the lead to single digits, 24-15, with 13 seconds remaining in the first quarter. .3 seconds remaining in the first quarter, folks. As Ko dribbles, will drive, no! As Philip gets his own miss and fairly bounced, beating the buzzer for Philip Ko. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first quarter, 24-17 in favor of Fat Daddy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 14 under division of the fifth season of the Stallion Scenes. It's Sailun Tire who's trailing by 7 right now after a very slow start. Coach Aaron Umlas manages to find a way in their second unit to bounce back and cut down the lead to 7 as Joff gives it to Kyle. Kyle almost. Oh! Okay, I thought last touchdown ni Joff go, but referee saying that Darren Song was the one who touched it last. That's why ball stays with the blue shirts. Kyle sidesteps. No. Oh, good tap as he gets his own miss. Ko. Catch and shoot 3. No. And here comes Dylan Yu. Dylan Yu now with 3 points. And traveling will be called on Dylan Yu. Philip Ko even saying na travel talaga yun in front of Dylan Yu. So ball goes to Sailun Tire. Some friendly banters there exchanged from Philip Ko and Dylan Yu. And these are friends, folks, if you don't know. As last touch by Kyle Ong. And here comes Adam Apua. Gives it to Dylan. Dylan will shoot and he'll score over John Selim. Great defense, better offense for Dylan Yu, and a steal by Zaire Lee. 3-on-1 break. Nice pass to Dylan. That's a highlight pass from Zaire Lee, leading to our Uniled Lights assist of the quarter. Brought to you by Uniled Lights. Don't compromise on style or sustainability. Choose Uniled Lights for a brighter and greener future. That's going to be a foul on Dylan Yu. That's going to be his first personal foul. As here comes Philip setting up a play here. Philip will shoot a 3 short. Rebound by Zaire. As Lim grabbing the ball. Here comes Joff. Chauncey. Pass good. Pass inside, but Philip Ko gets his own miss. Masyadong malakas din. Here comes Darrens. Gives it here to Dylan. Dylan with the left heel layup rolls in. Dylan Yu with 5 points and 2 assists right now. As again, the pesky defender, Zaire Lee. And leading to a Dylan Yu shot inside the paint again. Quick 4 points here for Dylan. The full court suffocating defense as Sailun Tar. Philip Ko! That was a tough finish for Philip, leading to our 10 Feet Vitamins offensive play of the quarter. Brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins. Taller every day. Gives it to Ke. Yu will shoot. Short. As Philip Ko will lay it up. And almost an end one. And that's going to be a foul on Adam Apua. That's going to be his first. This guy, Philip Ko, last game scored 15 points, got 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. However, he was in foul trouble last game. At the same time, he only shot 31% from the field, 4 out of 13. And this team, etong Sailun Tar, as a unit, they're the second best, no, in terms of free throw shooting. However, misses that time. As look at that, another offensive rebound, this time for Chauncey Lim. Nakuha pa ni Kyle Ong. Philip. Basket and one for Philip Ko. And he'll head over to the line for one more. As Zaire Lee gets his 3rd personal foul. As Philip misses that free throw. Like what I mentioned, they are the second best free throw shooting team, itong Sailun Tire. Zairel As galing sa labas daw, etong si Chon Silim. That's why his feet wasn't established yet when he came from the outside. That's why bola mapupunta dito sa Fat Daddy. So 6 minutes and 20 remaining. As you on top of the free throw line, no going. Last touch ulit, the blue shirts. Ball stays with Fat Daddy with 13 under 24. Shout out to our hardworking cameraman, Job Sakino, no? As there's a whistle on Philip Ko. So 2 free throws for Zaire Lee. Right now, Zaire Lee with 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. However, he misses on the first. And if sinabi ko number 2 sa free throw line etong Sailun in terms of free throw percentage, the top team is actually Fat Daddy in our 14 under division, as they're averaging 56.1% from the free throw line. As Kyle turns the ball over, Dylan will lay it up and in over Jofgo. Jofgo didn't even bother to contest that shot. Balik sa double-digit lead ang kalamangan dito ng Fat Daddy. As Lim Ko stolen by Zyril Lee. Again, the timing of Zyril. Consider to Dylan. And rejected by Philip Ko. That came from nowhere. As Chauncey floats it up, but rolls out. The ball stays with the blue shirts with 13 on the shot clock. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the second mandatory substitution of this ball game. So since 9 players lang ang Sailun Tires dito, may isang matitira sa kanila. But for Coach JD Wu and Fat Daddy, fresh legs. So let's see. Kasi yung first unit in the first quarter ni Coach Aaron Omlas was struggling to shoot the ball. Let's see if the second stringers here for Coach Aaron Omlas will also make a good start, as Jaden So got fouled in the act of shooting. So Ying Nan Hong gets his second personal foul. So Jaden So will be shooting a pair. Again, Jaden So last game got 12 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. But again, he struggled to shoot the ball last game. Imagine 9% from the field as Kyle Ong got pushed there. So he'll be shooting a pair. So that's going to be Ying Nan's third personal foul. As another miss. Again, these two teams are struggling to shoot their free throws right now. As here comes Gavin. Asking for a pick here. Gavin. Passes it to Hong. Gives it to Garwin. Free throw line jumper is in and out as Liam Ngo with the rebound. Liam Ngo gives it to Ong. Kyle guarded by Roque Poblador. Jaden. Look at that body control by Jaden So. He got fouled already, but he knew there was a continuation. That's why he didn't dribble down the ball. He already went and continued this momentum to drive to the lane, and he was able to sink that one in. And completes the 3-point play. And cutting it down to 9, 35-26 ang score natin dito, ladies and gentlemen. Liam gives it to Jaden. Jaden slicing that. Are you kidding me right now, Jaden So? That is our energy play of the quarter, brought to you by Celsius Live Fit. And Coach JD Wu wants to call a timeout because Jaden Saw is cutting down the lead to 7, 35 to 28, folks. Four minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's now down to 7, but still in favor of Fat Daddy. But Sailun nabuhayan na sila because they're now making a run here. So let's see anong instructions dito ni Coach Aaron Omleses. They're opting to a 2-3 zone defense. As Gavin, good move, and he was fouled. As Andre Sia will be getting his first personal foul here. And 2 free throws for Gavin as he misses on the first one. Gavin C has 2 points in this ball game. Last game, he got 23 points. Etong si Gavin C, 23 points, 4 rebounds. And good save by Cafe. Gavin will be called for a travel as that basket will not count for Gavin C. Jaden looking, gives it here to Chu. Chu can get it again. Alexander Chu already has 4 fouls. And here comes Garwin Ko. Free throw line jumper. And throw-in violation will be called. Our referee is saying na tumapak si Jaden So sa pag-inbound ng bola. Before it was called an inbound violation, but for those who don't know, it was already changed and updated sa FIBA handbook natin. It's called a throw-in na because you're throwing in the ball. For those who don't know, just some FIBA one-on-one IQ play there. As Kyle, oh no, that's Alexander Chu rather with the floater is up and good. And that's going to be a foul on Jaden So. Clearly there's a foul. So that's going to be his second. So 2 free throws here for Gavin C again. Again, Gavin C compared to his last game is struggling in this small game as he knocks down the first one. As he knocks down the second as well. 2 for 2 for Gavin. Last game actually he shot 66.7% from the free throw line. Talking about Gavin. As Alexander, same spot, different result as he misses. So ball goes back to the red shirts, and it's back to a 2.2-digit lead. As Gavin might have forced that one. Ong. Tapped and nakuha dito ni JLM Cafe. Garwin baseline jumper. Another offensive rebound, and look at that shot by Yingnan Hong. And that's gonna be foul on Gavin C. That's his second, and penalty na ang Fat Daddy. Oh no, that's his third personal foul rather, folks. And Jaden So will go to the line. Sabi ni Jov Sakino, let's go Sailun Tire, baka naman. Sure ako mamaya rin. Meron pa yan sa adults natin. Kasi I believe yung Bridgestone may laro mamaya. Yes, Sailun Tire. And for those who don't know, I'm good friends with Rico Meyerhofer in the PBA Moto Club. And Sailun Tire is actually sponsoring PBA Moto Club. And I've seen yung mga mugs nila. Yung mugs ni Kuya JJ and ni Kuya Rico ngayon, JJ Helterbrand and Rico Meyerhofer are from Sailun Tire. Jaden So with the layup. As good rejection for Liam Ngon. There's a foul on Gavin C. That's his fourth. One more foul for Gavin and he will be out. Coach JD Wu wants some explanation. Our referee saying na hinawakan daw ni Gavin C yung arm ng isang player ng Sailun Tire. And we're just in the second quarter. May dalawang quarters pa tayo right after this one. So two players are in foul trouble. Alexander Chu for Sailun Tire and Gavin C for Fat Daddy. Clearly showing these two teams wants to improve their standings, but they're playing too aggressive. A small turnaround jumper. Perfect place at the perfect time was Jaden So. Cutting down the lead to just 7, 42 to 35. C. Good defense by Kyle Ombo, goes the other way. And Coach Aaron Umlas calls the timeout, folks. 27.4 seconds remaining. Our score is 42 to 35. We'll be back right after the break. .4 seconds remaining, folks, here in the first half. And Sailun Tire already trimming down the lead to just 7. Earlier, Fat Daddy was leading by double digits, and right now, Tini trimmed down the lead. That's Jaden So muscling his way in. Oh my goodness! Jaden So, now it's 17! Over two Fat Daddy defenders as Hong. Too strong, and that is the end of the first half. It's a 5-point lead in favor of Fat Daddy, 42 to 37. We'll have a halftime break, folks. We'll be back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the start of the third quarter. And so far, both teams are actually, well, Fat Daddy shooting 41% during the first half. Sailun naman 36%. But both teams are actually hasn't made a bucket from downtown. But a difference, as look at that end one play for Cyril Lee. As Jaden So will get his third personal foul, Zaire Lee will head over to the line for one more. Zaire Lee now with 10, now with 11. Again, last game, naka 20 points yan. Ha? It was Zaire Lee, Gavin C, who scored more than 20 points. Zaire Lee scored 20 points as Gavin C scored 23. Sakto! Yung bola doon kay Chauncey Lim. Dylan, you had a piece of the ball. Pero napunta pa kay Chauncey Lim ang bola, leading to an easy bucket inside the paint. Still with a quick retaliation play. As gives it to Chauncey. Passes it inside. Good steal by Zaire Lee, and with the save to Dylan Yu. The Lee Yu connection. Of course, shout out to Lee Yu, former FEU Tamara was Dylan Yu with the score again. Dylan Yu now with 15. Gives it Zelda. Can't get it to fall. As Zairil. Oh, look at that, slicing the D, but can't get it to go. Here comes Philip Ko. Philip almost loses it. Got bothered by Migo Bartolome, but cleanup is good for Jaden Saw. As there's a foul on Dylan Yu. That's gonna be second. So 2 free throws dito para kay Philip Ko. Philip Ko now with 8 points. And second attempt. Second attempt is good. Again, like what I mentioned, these two teams are actually the first and second best in terms of free throws shooting in our 14 under division. But right now, especially for Sailun Tire, they're struggling to shoot their free throws. They're only shooting 21% compared to Fat Daddy's 64%. As Adam, nowhere to go, gives it to Dylan. 8 seconds on the shot clock. No. Rebound. And another possession here for the red shirts. Dylan Yu missing that long distance too. Forces that one in. Migo rejected by Jaden. And that's an easy bucket in transition for Tio Zelda. Decreasing the lead to 6. And there's a throw-in violation. Unforced turnover committed by Fat Daddy. As Jaden saved by Kalong, pero nakuha ni Zyril ang bola. Zyril. Oh! 3-point shot is good for Dylan Yu. And he was actually celebrating, but sabi ni Coach Jerry, hindi, bumaba ka, magdepensa ka. Just like that. Good defense by Dylan Yu. And we have a man down on the floor right now. That's Philip Ko. And we have a stoppage of play here because Philip Ko is down after that steal ni Dylan Yu. So we'll have a stoppage of play here, folks. We'll have a quick break. We'll be back right after this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so it's a good sign for Coach Aaron Umlas that Philip Ko is still up on his feet right now. As there's a foul on Dylan Yu. That's going to be his third. 6 minutes and 15 remaining here in the third quarter. 52-43 is the score. Oh, what a pass! And what a shot for Dylan Yu! That is our assist of the quarter, brought to you by Uniled Lights. Don't compromise on style or sustainability. Choose Uniled Lights for a brighter and greener future. As what a shot by Philip Ko! And that is our offensive play of the quarter, brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins. Taller every day. Grabe. And are you kidding me right now? Dylan Yu putting on a clinic for Fat Daddy. As Jaden saw playing like... Oh. No foul was called as Liam Ngo misses that shot. And good steal by Jaden Saw, leading to an easy bucket. And Dylan Yu is actually demanding the ball to be put in his hands. And look at that! Dylan Yu is on fire! He now has 27 points. Again, Dylan Yu with 27. Me oh my. As Philip will drive, too strong, well defended by Fat Daddy. As Zyril zigzagging his way in. Good defense by Liam Ngo. As here comes Jaden. Theo fakes. Theo takes off the mark. Rebound by Jaden. As Jaden spins, rolls out. But Jaden was able to secure the ball. And last touch by Migo Bartolome. Ball stays with the blue shirts. But what a play here for Dylan Yu. But Coach Aaron Umlas wants to call a timeout. We'll be back, folks, after the break. That timeout breaks brought to you by AutoGuard Premium Car Care Products. So 10 seconds on the shot clock here for Sailun Tire. As way off the mark on that wide open three for Alexander Chu, but Liam Ngo was able to grab the offensive rebound. No go for Rieng Dan Hong with the rebound. Zyril. Here comes a fast break opportunity. Kyle stolen by Roque Poblador, and there's a foul. Oh no, dribbling violation. I thought that was a foul. And some substitutions here as Theo Celda will take a breather as papasok dito si Benedito Gancayco. Philip, 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter as Alexander fires up a long distance too. His foot was on the line. That's why it was deemed a two-pointer. Zyril, too strong. Gancaico. Oh, Benedito with the offensive rebounds. So 14 on the shot clock. There's a foul on David Ke, his first personal foul. So Kyle Ong will trigger the inbound. Philip, heavily guarded here by Ying Nan Hong. Alexander, short. Ball goes the other way. So 3 minutes remaining, and it's a 10-point lead. Still in favor of Fat Daddy, as Zaire Lee was asking for a foul there, but no foul was called. As Gavin C will be checking in for Coach JD Wu. But again, Gavin C is on the floor and he's already nursing his 4th personal foul, so he needs to be extra careful here. Esco will drive and hard drop. That's going to be a foul on Ying Nan Hong. That's going to be his 4th as well. So 2 players of Fat Daddy are in foul trouble. That's Gavin C and that's Ying Nan Hong. As Philip Ko knocks down the first one. And these 2 free throws brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins, Exped Charcoal Socks, Uniled Lights, Celsius Live Fit, and Odo Guard. And look at that speed, but masyadong malakas lang for Zaire Lee. And Zaire Lee with the offensive glass. Good defense by Philip Ko. Fighting for the ball. Who gets it? Ball stays with the red shirts. As some substitutions here, Jaden Saw will be checking in. And David Kenaman for Coach JD Wu. So 14 on the shot clock here for the red shirts. As David. Gavin will shoot a 3-pointer short. Two minutes remaining in the third quarter. 59-50 po ang score natin dito, folks. As Jaden, no hesitation, 3 off the mark. As Gavin rejected, and there's a foul on Philip Ko. That's going to be his 2nd personal foul. So Gavin C will head over to the line for a pair. As Gavin only has 5 points right now. So a minute and 30 remaining here in the third quarter as Jaden nowhere to go. They need to cross the ball and stolen away as leading to an easy Zaire Lee bucket. (61-50) as Jaden. No! Here comes Zaire. And this is just a walk in the park moment for Zaire Lee. That's an easy bucket for him. As he now has 13 points. So 63-50 ang score natin, folks, as Jaden Saul, look at that! He passed through 3 Fat Daddy defenders there, but just making it look easy for Jaden. And si Zaire Len on the other end. Jaden Saul and Zaire Lee battle there, folks. Pero 13 points pa ang kalamangan dito ng Fat Daddy. As Jaden forced that one in. Well defended by David Ken. That's going to be a travel on Gavin. .6 seconds remaining here. Go. Will shoot a 3. Knocks that one in for Philip Go. Ending the third quarter with a bang. 65-14 is the score, folks. Or 65-55 is the score. We still have 10 more minutes of action. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the fourth and final quarter of this game. 10-point lead in favor of Fat Daddy, but mahababa pang oras dito for Sailun Sire. So let's see if what Coach Aaron Omlas in the blue shirts as look at that tic-tac-toe passing for Fat Daddy, resulting to turnover nga lang as Tio Zelda. Philip. Zelda. Nowhere to go. 3-point shot is up and good for Chauncey Lim. No hesitation. 3 decreases the lead to single digits. 65-58. Theo gives it here to Jaden. C. Again, Gavin kind of ice cold in this ball game. And that's going to be a foul on Kyle Long. And he did not like the call. And Johnson Lim saying nasa daw yung foul. But clearly there was a foul. So that's why Gavin C will head over to the line for a pair. So Kyle Long gets his first personal foul as he knocks down the first one. Gavin. No good. Rebound by Lim. Tapi ka ng bola. Who gets it? Tio gets the possession. Tio. No. Wild sequence, folks. But Jaden fakes. Jaden sidesteps. Rejected. And there's a foul. And Dylan Yu doesn't like the call. But the foul is on JLM Cafe. That's gonna be second. And buti hindi nabigyan ng warning si Dylan Yu doon. Kind of overreacted there. That could have been a technical actually for resentment to a call. However, Jaden So misses that first free throw. Again, these 2 free throws brought to you by AutoGuard, Celsius, Uniled Lights, X-Men Charcoal Socks, and 10 Feet Vitamins. $66-59. And Dylan wasn't able to get the possession, so ball goes the other way. And that's going to be a foul on David K. So David K will be getting his second personal foul and 2 free throws for Philip Ko. But Sailun is only shooting 25% from the free throw line. They're struggling to shoot their free throws. They're now 6 for 21 after Philip Ko knocks down the first one. And it misses on the second. That's the reason why they are down. Their free throws are not falling in. As no. Philip gives it to Zelda. Masyadong malakas nga lang as Philip dives for it. And ball goes the other way. Good hustle, but sobra lang for Philip Ko. Zyril floats it up, increasing the lead back to 8. And Zyril lead now with 19 points. Is just 1 rebound shy away from a double-double. Dylan rejected by Kylong! That is our defensive play of the quarter. Huge swat! Brought to you by X-Ped Charcoal Socks, natural, organic, and odorless. And Fat Daddy, Coach JD Wu, and the entire Red Squad wants to huddle it up as they are now still up by 8, 68-60 with 7 minutes and 29 remaining, folks. Stay tuned lang as we'll be back right after this. $19 on the shot clock here. Oh, stolen by Philip Ko. Again, that time at break was brought to you by AutoGuard as Philip Ko will drive short. Got bothered by David K's presence, and here comes Zyril. Gives it here to Gavin. Walk in the park moment for Gavin C, and he now has 8. Jaden loses it. Ball goes the other way. That's going to be a turnover. Gavin C was saying that one of the red shirts touched it last, but our referees had a better angle. There's a substitution. So Liam Ngo is going to be checking in for Kyle Ong for extra enforcement. As Lee, baseline jumper, knocks that one in over Liam Ngo. I just said pinasok ni Coach Jero Lumla si Liam Ngo for extra reinforcement inside the paint. That's gonna be, and that will be Gavin's 5th and final foul. And he is out. After 8 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist, and 16 minutes of playing time, wala na po si Gavin C. And he's struggling in this ball game. Last game, he scored 23 points. And ngayon, naka 8 points lang siya. But regardless, they're up by 12 as Philip, masyadong malakas nga lang. As Jaden saw knocking it down. 72-62 is the score, folks. 10-point lead. But for Sailun, they cannot afford to trade buckets against Fat Daddy because they're down. They need to make some stops after making a bucket. As Jaden saw will lay it up and lay it in. And now it's an 8-point lead. Let's look at a crossover. Lee falls down hard. And that's a late whistle, but regardless, yung landing spot yung tinignan ng referee doon. So that's a good call. Again, hindi naman matatapos ang shot mo pag nasa taas ka. Meron pang titignan ng referee sa landing ng player. So that's really important. No? So tatlo actually ang tinitignan. Before the flight, during the flight, and after the flight. Yun po ang tinitignan ng referees natin every time they make a call. That's referee 1-on-101, folks. As Zaire Lee knocks down the first one. So 10 points. Again, ang kalamangan ng Fat Daddy. 74-64. Jaden gets it here. Theo will fire. Too strong. Good defense by Yingnan Hong. Here comes Dylan. Again, Dylan now has 27 points. Lee. No! And last touch by Philip Ko. Ball stays with the red shirts and shot clock reset to 14. So Alexander Chu will be checking in for Theo Zelda. Again, Alexander also nursing his 4th personal foul here. And all of those 4 fouls sa first quarter lang For those who don't know, it's the first 2 quarters. Tatlo sa first quarter. As Jaden, look at that shot! Tough finish for Jaden. So he now has 30 points for Jaden. As Zyril. Rebound by Joff. Jaden against Dylan. That's a mismatch. Oh my goodness! Welcome to my TikTok moment! And ball goes the other way! Sailun time making a run here! Highlights after highlights here for Sailun Tire. As Jaden, no hesitation, 3. No, that would have been big, but Philip Ko, no! Gets his own miss! Banging bodies was Philip Ko! And he'll go to the line for 2. That's going to be on Yingnan Hong. That's his 5th and final foul as well. He's out. Gavin C. and Yingnan Hong are out. So 2 players for Coach JD Wu are fouled out already. That's Gavin C. and Yingnan Hong. As Philip Ko. As Philip knocks down the free throw. So both teams has 2 timeouts remaining here. So they need to use their timeouts wisely as a missed 3. Dylan. As Lee almost loses it and kicks it out. And friendly bounce is good for Jalem Cafe. So 76-70 is the score. 6-point lead in favor of the red shirts. As Philip, too strong, and ball goes the other way. I don't know why, but Sailun doesn't need to rush their shots. because they have a lot of time here. 3 minutes and 15 remaining pang natitira. But again, ang dami pang pwedeng mangyari dito. They don't need to rush their shots. They can take their time. A good defense by Kyle Ong, and there's a foul on Migo Bartolome. That's going to be, I think that's his first, if I'm not mistaken. And that's the last foul to give ng Fat Daddy. The next foul will send them to the penalty. So 2 free throws yun for Sailun Sar. However, in this ball game, Sailun Sar is not doing, they are not doing a good job shooting their free throws. They're only shooting 33% from the free throw line. And look at that! Geoff Go knocking it down from downtown. It's now a 3-point ball game, 76-73. Dylan will answer back. No! Offensive rebound. Here comes Zairel. Good defense by the blue shirts. And last touch by Jaden Saw. Ball stays with Fat Daddy with 14 on the shot clock. Lee gives it there to Dylan. Fakes, guarded by Philip Ko. Dylan, good defense by Philip, and that's gonna be jump ball. Ball goes to Silent Tire. Two minutes and 15 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter, folks. As here comes Geoff. Oh, again, like what I mentioned. I don't know why they're rushing their possessions as Jaden Saw decreasing the lead to just 1. And we are down to the last 2 minutes of this ball game, brought to you by AutoGuard Premium Car Care Products. As Zairel, will that be a continuation? Now, will that be a continuation? Will that count? So, foul on number 1, Philip Ko, but they will inbound it to the side, so saying that that shot will not count. So, Philip Ko will get his 3rd personal foul, as Coach Jedibu will be devising a plan here as they will be inbounding on the left side of the court. So, a minute and 51 seconds remaining, folks. We'll be back right after this. A minute and 51 remaining. Let's see what play here for Coach JD Wu. And I'm pretty much sure they're going to be going for a 3 here. Just like that. Miss! Tapped! This is the opportunity for Sailun Tire to take the lead in this possession. Geoff gives it here, of course, to Jaden. Jaden. Too strong. Rebound by Dylan. Coach Ediwu is saying that you don't need to rush their shot. That's the right mindset. If you're Fat Daddy, even for Sailun Tire, you don't need to rush your shots. Dylan. Oh, there's a foul on Kyle Ong. Clearly, a hit on the arm of Zaire Lee. That's going to be second. So 2 crucial free throws for Zaire Lee. If he makes this one, it will be a 3-point ball game, and they're shooting 60% from the line right now. Zaire Lee with 23 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists as he knocks down the first free throw, increasing the lead to 2. Again, Sailun after this, they need to contain their excitement as Coach Aaron Oblas opted to call a timeout. Now, will he inbound it to front court? Or will he go to their baseline and get a full 24? Let's see kung anong play nila dito. We'll be back, folks, right after this. So that timeout break was brought to you by AutoGuard. And after the timeout, Coach Aaron Omlas opted to inbound the ball to front court. So that's why 14 seconds lang ang shot clock dito ng Sailun Tire. Now, they don't need to make a 3 here because babalik pa rin sa kanila ang bola after the possession of Fat Daddy. But they want to tie it na as Philip Co missing that 3. Alexander Chu. Here comes Zairel. Again, take their time. You don't need to rush. Zairel. Look at that. Against 3 blue jerseys, and it's a double-digit or 2-possession ball game as Jaden will shoot and he'll score. It's 80-77. Here comes Zairel again. Of course, the ball will be in his hands, but may option pa sila kay Dylan Yu dito. Dylan, 9 on the shot clock. Spins, shoots, and he'll lay up in! Dylan Yu with the clutch shot, increasing the lead to 2 possessions, 82-77, folks. We'll be back right after this. Ito yung mga 7-second differential game, 7-second game clock shot clock differential, and that's going to be a throw-in violation. Clearly, an unforced turnover for Sailun Tire after the timeout, and that's a huge turnover. And ladies and gentlemen, 10 seconds remaining. And ladies and gentlemen, this is it. That's a big foul. Philip Ko will go to the line for a pair. And I can see Jaden so very frustrated on that play, because I'm pretty much sure that's not the play that Coach Aaron Umlas drew. And right now, Fat Daddy will have a 2-game winning streak in this season. And that is it, folks. That is the final score, 82-79. A 3-point win for Fat Daddy. We'll be back, folks, right after this. Second time this season? Last season. Pero this season, first time. Gamit this. Welcome back, Stallion fans. Together with me is our 10 Feet Vitamins player of the game with 29 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals, Dylan. So Dylan, you are now in a 2-game winning streak in this tournament. How does this win mean to you guys?
Oh, it means good. Hopefully we get to make it to top 2 because top 2 advances. So it's really great. We're building team chemistry with each other, which is good.
And coming into this ball game, pretty much sure Coach JD Wu gave you some inspiring words. What did he tell you guys before you start the game?
To just share the ball, just play your game, and just do your best.
Aside from that, I'm pretty much sure we want to give a huge shout out to all of our viewers on our YouTube channel, to your teammates, to your fans who's watching, and to your parents as well, Dylan.
I want to shout out my mom, my dad, my teammates, my brother, and my dog.
Your dog. And ladies and gentlemen, again, that is our 10 Feet Vitamins player of the game, Dylan Yu. So stay tuned lang, because the next game is going to be Eagle Professional Tools versus AF Aviators.